I'm working without notes, which is dangerous. It's been a wonderful couple days visiting and being a part of our trustee meeting. So thank you, and thank you on behalf of both of us for your kindness and patience as we have taken on this task this semester. It's my great pleasure to introduce the first of our Marlin Miller Outstanding Senior Award winners. She has been a part of our women's soccer program for the past 4 years. And as we were talking this evening, I think really Makenzie's story is what's so great about Alfred University. She's a mechanical engineer. That alone is sort of mind-blowing to me. That's a part of my brain that doesn't really function. And then on top of that, she has been a member of our ROTC for 4 years and was commissioned today. And she thought, you know, I've got some extra time on my hands, so I'll play 4 years of women's soccer. What's truly unique and wonderful about Alfred is we are a place that says, yeah, you can do that here. You want to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to ROTC training and then potentially still be on a soccer field till 10 o'clock at night, and you can manage that, we support you. And Makenzie did it. And we are so proud of her. And I'd like to introduce to the microphone Second Lieutenant Makenzie Cashmer. I'm going to do that wrong.
I don't really have a great opener after that. Thank you, Paul. So Paul and Nadine are like, I would like you to just speak about your time at Alfred. And I was like, isn't that what I'm doing tomorrow at graduation? But they're like, it'll be fine. You can come up with something for tonight. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story as to why I chose, I guess, to be at Alfred. So coming out of high school, I had a 4-year national ROTC scholarship. And I didn't know it at the time, but I could take that scholarship anywhere. So flashback to like freshman year, which seems so long ago, I had some trouble with just like financial aid because they didn't know I had this scholarship and it had been a long time since someone had it. So they just didn't really know what to do with it. So they were like, oh, I don't know if you can get financial aid, so you might have to pay to live on campus, like for your meal plan. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome, I guess. Like it's still a great education for pretty cheap. But I was also like, man, I don't really want to pay anything to go to college if I have the scholarship. So I talked to the cadre from ROTC, and they just kind of said, hey, look, you can take this scholarship anywhere, but I think you should think about it some more because, like, you're a freshman and you don't really know what you're doing. And they were right. So I was obviously, like, freaking out about it, and my parents were like, hey, you love Alfred. If you want to stay here, like, we'll figure it out. So freshman me panicking, I call up Craig Yanni, the head coach for soccer, because he was like the first person at Alfred that gave me a home. And he sat in his office with me for an hour and a half, like calling financial aid to figure it out for me. And I don't want to give away my speech for tomorrow, but this is like, I guess, the beginning of my speech tomorrow, why I chose to stay, because I had the opportunity to go anywhere. And Alfred is so special that I decided, like, even though I can't go anywhere, this is where I belong. And tomorrow you guys will get to know like the people that made this place so special for me. But I really think it's the atmosphere of you guys. I didn't know what the trustees did until last year. I don't know if any of you remember, but I spoke in like a 3-minute Zoom call. And I was freaking out behind my computer. And I don't know why I expected some serious group. I get on the Zoom call and everyone's talking, and I'm assuming it was Greg trying to corral everyone to get started. And I don't know why I expected anything different. Like, this is Alfred University. This is our home. This is like my home for the last 4 years. And I just want to thank you guys because I know you guys do so much for this college. And I would not be here without you guys and all of the people I'll recognize tomorrow in my speech. But sincerely, thank you so much for making my time here so great.
So, Merveille, are you ready? So I have the pleasure of introducing to you a young woman who, and I can't give away everything that I'm going to say about Merveille for tomorrow, but what I think is really cool is Jack is sitting right next to her, and she's going to give him a shout out tomorrow that is probably going to make you cry. They've been together for 3 years. They're getting married in August. But what's going to be really cool is one day Merveille's going to come back and we're going to be calling her Dr. Bulonza. Merveille Bulonza.
Wow, I'm just impressed. Thank you so much, Nadine. And thank you, Dr. Emmons, for shouting out my I don't know where to start, but I'll also, like Makenzie, tell you a little story about the reason why I just love Alfred so much. I came here with one plan, and that was just to study. And I promise you, Alfred is not a place where you want to come with just one plan, because I promise after one semester, you're going to change your plans. Almost in every speech I've heard from President Zupan, there's always a student who changed their major, changed their program here, and they ended up being very successful. So when I got involved with one club, I just couldn't get my hands off of any opportunity I got to learn more about Alfred, more about leadership, and more about myself as a person. And in my major as a biology student and a chemistry minor, I love it very much. With professors like Dr. Cardinelli, Dr. Emmons, Dr. Lipa, you don't leave the lab like clean. You leave the lab with a lot of stuff on you, and even your brain is, very much educated than you entered. So here at Alfred, I had an opportunity to learn more than I anticipated from medical school. And beyond just the biology classes, I got many leadership skills from working with President Zupan when I was president for a day. It is one of my very favorite memories, but also the day I remember being the most exhausted. Than even pulling an all-nighter studying. I remember asking the person who was interviewing me at the end of the day, and I asked them, when does President Zupan get lunch? And I know my goal in the future is to someday be in a leadership position, and that was really a good opportunity to get close with our president. And I know we wouldn't have what we have here, like Makenzie said, without all of you. Even from miles away, you influence our lives, and you set our home for us and a growing field for us. I've grown here much more than I have in my past years, and I thank you very much. Oh, thank you.